Hey, it's Matt from Aging Strong Personal Training. This is a Thursday therapy video. Today I'm demonstrating how to do self-myofascial release for the hip flexors using a massage stick. So usually when we do self-myofascial release for the hip flexors, we typically we're on the floor and we're using one of these foam rollers. However, some people aren't necessarily comfortable with getting on and off the floor, so this gives those folks an alternate way of doing this particular technique. So it's really important to do self-myofascial release for the hip flexors because most of us have chronically tight hip flexors. When we go into a seated position, our hip flexor muscles become tight and therefore they become shortened. And some of those hip flexor muscles originate right on the lumbar spine. So if they become shortened, it starts putting pressure, it tilts our lumbar spine, starts putting pressure on the lower back and gives us pain and discomfort. So what we do when we do self-myofascial release is we're helping to restore the extensibility, restore the flexibility in those tissues, in those muscles to help you feel better, function better, and perform better. So to do the self-myofascial release with the stick, I'll be in a seated position here. And so there's several muscles that actually flex the hip. The main ones though, when it comes to causing lower back issues, are up here near the hip itself. So I'm just below the hip bone, focusing on the top of the thigh, but also on the outside or lateral part, because that's usually where the tight areas are. You know, it's definitely worthwhile to spend some time down here as well. Like I said, there are some hip flexor muscles that run all the way to the knee, but typically you're going to get most bang for your buck if you focus, especially folks with lower back issues, you're going to get most bang for your buck if you focus up here near the hip, especially on the outside. Okay, and I'm just pressing and focus on any areas that are tight or tense, or there's, you feel like there's knots there or bumps. Those were the areas you want to focus, helping to, like I said, restore the mobility of those areas. So there it is, using the massage stick to perform self-myofascial release, basically giving yourself a massage for the hip flexors. Thanks for watching. Visit our website, agingstrongpt.com.